Yeah, see, look, Schofield Redemption arc. He knows. He's like, Schofield, dude, you can do it. Come on. I believe in you. Dude, all these... can you hear me? Hello? Too many,
What? I
voice
can't
chat
hear
noise.
you over the voice chatting going on right now. I mean, I love it, don't get me wrong. But it is turned into the double spam where you do it real quick and then just... It gets so loud in here. Oh my.
Oh, the shaker taunt. Nice. See if, oh, I love this one.
It's hitting on what sounds to be a cajon.
Oh,
Sure if you
look at
guys
that
know what cajon
knowledge.
is.
Dropping the knowledge bombs.
If you're a cajon, you probably hang out at festivals. You are a lot lizard, and or like the band Fish.
Look at this
Something
Weaver, by the way. He's unsure whether he wants to contest the normal rune in the river, so he's thinking about trying to poke his head up to steal the other one instead. Looks like it's going to be a click war.
Tomato will try. Now here's the
Oh
question.
no.
Bulba gets it. Do you have the auto click on? When you
No,
play?
God, no.
The constant auto click to get that
No.
rune.
Never. I'm a fair and mannered gamer, B-Cop.
Well, it's built into the game. It's an option.
It's not good.
Hold right
I'm
click.
fair and mannered.
I feel like that's fair.
It's not fair.
I totally don't use it, by the way. Never mind.
Interesting that I was going to say Crit started with tangos instead of clarities, by the way, but with the bounty rune advantage they got early on, he is able to ferry them out very quickly.
They are moving Chris Luck to the bottom lane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because the Lycan went mid, so and they don't want to put the Shadow Demon mid against the Lycan. That makes sense. I think they want to put the Shadow Demon against the DP, ideally. I think Nature's Prophet can pressure the Lycan a little bit harder in the laning stage as well.
So this 1v1 lane, we'll see how Whisper does. Again, I'm a big fan of seeing that early 6. Arteezy, not getting the deny on his own wolf. Come on, man.
That was bad. Don't call him out like that.
I'm
Biased
sorry,
caster.
I
Oh my God.
cast NA Dota for just 2 seconds, and I'm telling you, it's when you change regions like this into NA, all of a sudden you feel the salt.
Nice Fisher top lane, traps the Weaver in. That's pretty cute.
Only Shikuchi level 1, so bonus movement speed is not ridiculous yet.
I'm surprised we didn't see Crit try and body block the small camp, though. He is currently going to get chased down by a Welkin. You see that career in the trees in the top lane? That Crit was trying to snipe out, I assume.
The Weaver
Just
one?
hiding for now.
Yeah. Ooh, I like this word. Decent spot. I feel like there's a lot of standard spots right now that we see people place their words in, but then there's the innovators who come up with something else. Like, I think we were casting Chinese Dota, and they were doing a lot of placing the ward here in the beginning.
Yes, yeah.
And that
Bit
one
out
was
the
really
way.
nice. Yeah.
It's really difficult to de-ward that, right? Because you can't put it anywhere in the river and spot it.
Yeah.
Very tough.
And you place it here, and you get a sentry here. It's not gonna. Now, obviously, that's not the radius. That circle's really bad, but
Artor is absolutely dominating this mid lane, by the way. 18 last hits, 13 denies. Obviously, two or three of them might be wolves, but by looking at the Prophet's last hits, you can see like, how many denies he's got on the lane creeps as well.
yeah, you know, they swapped up to make it easier for the Shadow Demon, but now it's the Nature's Prophet who ends up struggling a little bit. And in terms of experience, he's down about 50% of a level. And I don't know what the numbers end up being on that, but it is quite a bit so far. Not exactly the most fun time for the Nature's Prophet of a Whisper.
He is. He's ripping through, like, all 3 lanes are going pretty well for EG at the moment. The side lane's not quite so much, but, I mean, they're still doing fine. Chris has that hit level 3 on the Shadow Demon as well, so the Shadow Poison a little bit more threatening now. Might look to see Schofield try and rotate into possibly play up with his Shadow Demon. I'm still really disappointed we can't play this minigame, by the way. That needs to be changed.
Yeah, come on, Gaben.
See you later, nerds.
If you're gonna make my game crash right as GG gets called, hit me up with the ability to play in these minigames.
I do like that these teams don't play it, though, because I've noticed in some of my pubs when I've been playing the minigames in between, you kind of completely forget about what you're doing, right? So, like, it doesn't surprise me that most people are, like, looking to just ignore them.
Well, right now it's Crit against Whisper, 10-6.
Well, at least
Well,
Prophet's
it
winning
just
one of his games. That's fine. Because he is not having fun at the moment. Let's be honest. And that was pretty harsh. I feel bad for saying that now. But,
Shattering him. Oh my god.
not to say that they can't win the game overall, but they're definitely not winning at the moment.
Yeah,
there's already a 1k lead for EG.
Excuses.
I'm sorry, Beast Coast fans. I didn't mean it. Please don't send me loads of Twitter hate.
Do it. I'll retweet every single one.
It's just I will say it like I did last game. It's a shame that Hector isn't playing this game though. Like I would have. It feels like whenever someone gets a stand-in for any event, right? It's pretty sad. But that's no excuse when EG aren't playing with their full roster either.
That is the true. This Meepo game's still going on. Nobody participating anymore.
Oh yeah, I got sick of hearing the Meepo over and over again. So,
I just muted.
Oh.
That beautiful function that is available to us as gamers. With the because that one does get annoying, and I think what's the other one that does get annoying? Meepo one's kind of annoying just because it's constantly Meepo, and you're just like, all right, guys, let's relax here, please, come on.
The hero finding one's my favorite, dude. That's fun. All right, here we go.
Back in the game. Get yourself focused, guys. Get yourself focused, because we're back in it. We're back. We're ready to go. Let's do it. Let's do it big. So 2014, go on, yeah.
I want to see what happens when this Lycan gets level 6. Like, does somebody come to him to try and make a play, or does he go to one of the side lanes to do something? Because he's got that Necro 1 coming out on the career. I'm pretty sure. Is that correct?
Honestly, he's got. Oh gosh, Tomato.
I assume he had Necro 3 queued up.
Yeah, has to play that safe. He has options, right? Because he could have the Earthshaker go mid. He could go top and have the Earthshaker throw a fissure out on the Weaver. Like, there's plenty of options when RTZ hits 6.
Actually, what am I talking about? How would he have Necro 1 at 4 minutes into the game? Jesus. This is what I mean. You see the minigame, all of a sudden you just lose your mind and forget where you were. Like,
well, he almost has it.
Yeah, he's getting close, but 4 minutes is impressive by anybody's standard.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a very good job being halfway through the recipe.
Bounty rune's about to spawn here, though. I'd probably look up towards this, down towards this bot lane, sorry. Schofield, though.
I was going to ask if anybody had themselves the a bottle to fill. But Schofield takes a lot of harassment. Look at the bottom bounty rune. Not the dire side bottom bounty rune, though. So ends up being a 3-for-1 in the favor of EG again. And, I mean, they're happily and comfortably sitting with a 1,000 net worth lead.
Yeah, this Lycan has hit level 6 now, about 100 gold off the Necro book, and I think he'll probably wait for the first shapeshift usage for that book. Before we see him go absolutely crazy. He's sitting so many denies. Is it a guild contract? Is that the thing? It's like, you must get 30 denies by 10-minute mark.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The best thing is about being in a guild now, if you make a mistake, you can just be like, guys, sorry, I was just trying to fill my guild contract. And then all the people you're playing with in the guild have to be like, oh yeah, okay, that's fair enough. We get it. Don't worry.
Worst excuse on the planet of Dota, man. I hate that. Oh, I'm just picking this hero for my cavern crawl.
That's fine.
And who are you picking? Oh, Jesus.
Dude.
Meepo.
I wasn't watching as well, I'll be honest. I was too
Oh.
busy interested about guilds.
Chat, it was at
I'm
this
gonna sharpen
moment
up.
we knew we should be focusing a little bit more. By the way, Schofield's level 2. And
Oh dear. That's the sentry down though, by the way. Like, when you put this down, all it takes is like weave the Sakuchi in just slightly too early when the Necro hits level 6, and all of a sudden he just punishes you with the scythe into the death pulse, right? And you'll notice the Weaver unfortunately is level 5.5, and this this top lane very much favoured in the EG side, which I mean all 3 lanes are at this point.
yeah, they're up 3,000 net worth. I could switch it over to the net worth. I think we're at a point in the game where we could take a look, as I know it's only 7 minutes in, but there is a lot happening as Schofield backs up once again, taking quite a bit of damage. I know I'm
Look at
0
this
for
light
2
rotation.
on the T-Tours, but if you guys just close your eyes and believe, you can see what happened in that top lane. He gets caught under a sentry. Chris Luck makes the rotation,
Oh, he
and he'll get the
just
disruption,
comes top.
but there's the fissure. It blocks out Bulba, but it doesn't matter. RTZ ready to claim the kill on his own.
Just came top, guys. Give him a break. He's trying to have fun and play Core Shadow Demon, and you're just ruining his game, EG.
Yeah, and
That's
that
not very fun.
Puts him on a 30-second cooldown on his TP still, and this is what we talked about in the first game, the movements and giving your supports the open space that they need to get some farm. Fly sitting over mid, he's farming now. Like, that's exactly what you want if you're EG.
Yeah, they want to get that Wyvern towards level 6. Shaker's levels don't matter as much this game, so that's why you see Crit. He's the one that goes to fight, like Fly did on the Ench last game. He can take the tome if he needs to on the Shaker at some point anyway.
Is under attack. Dire's
Schofield
top tower
holding this
has fallen.
haste, or defending it right now, and now he'll go for it. And they actually did place this ward. Not as deep as I thought they would right here, but that also comes from the Radiant, not the Dire.
Yeah, it's an okay ward.
It's
fine,
usually
just,
a little bit further back, but now Schofield with the haste goes after
Oh, but
Bulba. Bulba, Cox push him away, and now you've got help from Crit and Arteezy. This is going to turn out horribly for Beast Coast. Fissure, though, splits up Whisper as well as Schofield. Schofield's battery assault still going off. Sprout doesn't block Bulba. Bulba does have the Reaper Scythe. He'll throw it down right onto this
save.
Nature's Prophet, but the save comes in from Chris Luck. It
He's
only
fine.
extends the inevitable,
What a
where
save.
Whisper does end up dying, but luckily it's not to the Reaper Scythe, so a little bit of a silver lining there as Chris Luck now forced to retreat. It's a big rotation from EG. They only get 1 kill, but they continue to extend the lead, and they do open up some time for Yo-Yo over bottom.
I'll be honest, I thought Chris Luck was going to get punished there as well, but they ran out of steam a little bit, unfortunately, on EG, so Chris Luck able to just casually walk away. Pretty chill. But yeah, I mean, Lycan's just about to have Shapeshift off cooldown again, so they're probably going to look to carry on playing up here. They are going to take this, yeah, I mean, here comes the Shapeshift, hang on.
Chris
Oh, the
Luck.
Fissure.
Now
Oh,
there's the
no.
fissure, so now he is in a lot of trouble. He could disrupt himself, but again, it's just an extending the inevitable where you're not making it out of this exchange, and Arteezy grabs himself another kill. So it's 5-0 again here for EG. Early goings, it's been very one-sided once again, but again, this is the EG I think we expected.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is what we didn't, or haven't seen from the massively. Oh, bot lane, hang on, Royo.
Oh yeah? Cold Embrace, Wrath of Nature, Battery Assault is going to be enough. It looks like it will be. And they'll get a kill on Ryoya, and now they'll look for Fly. Shikuchi under the towers. Anybody going to make the rotation? Schofield throws the Rocket Flare out. Fly
my God.
still moving around the trees.
knee.
Comes down, and can he TP out? Well, he TP'd in, so he can't TP out. His TP's on cooldown, and this is going to make it 5-2. Oh my God, look at Tomato. Spinning in a circle. Just the gloat.
It's all about the small victories, honestly. That's where the fun comes from. Lycan has Necro 3 now, by the way, coming out on the courier.
Look at this over mid. Bulba fighting with the help of Ryoya. Crit just staying invis, but they see him. Obviously, he's under the tower. Chris Luck taking a lot of damage. Ends up escaping with just a minuscule amount of health. He's got that bottle to heal back up. Ryoya taking a lot of damage. The battery assault comes in, and all of a
Bulba
sudden,
as well.
Ryoya is in way too deep. Bulba now on the run. Crit on the run. Battery assault. Cogs locks up this Earthshaker. They get 2 kills, and maybe EG getting a little bit too overconfident.
Yeah, but this is what I was talking about. Like, Beast Coast have this lineup that isn't reliant on getting items this game to take fights, right? It's more important on levels. So they have the Purge on level 6 on the Shadow Demon. Like, this Nature's Prophet can just fight all the time because of the innate capability with the teleport, allowing him to be all around the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And unfortunately, Arteezy with this Necro 3, though, is about to have Shapeshift off cooldown. And I think somebody might be in trouble.
It might just happen to be Chris Luck. Shapeshift comes in and he will camp the disruption. An easy kill there onto the Shadow Demon once again.
Oh, yeah, when I said somebody, there was only one person that was in trouble.
Dire's
It just feels like, you hide in the disruption,
Chen.
hoping that nobody spots you.
has fallen.
Oh, Stinger.
Doesn't get the stun onto Arteezy, and, well, Stinger slowed up, but Tomato is here. He'll get the kill and TP out immediately. Oh, hook shot! Oh, just a bit late.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're trying to rotate round here, though, on the DP.
Yeah, Schofield now in a really bad spot. Battery Assault's about to end, so it's a free chase for Ryoya with Crib Swarm. One more shot, cogs down, don't matter. Ryoya with another kill, so they have answered back on the 3 kills that Beast Coast have had. And
So I think
that looks good.
for EG here, it's really important that you give your Shaker a lane, I think, to let him finish off this blink. Problem is, I don't really know where he goes to find it. Probably, he's just jungling at the moment, but it'd be interesting to see whether during the next shapeshift he kind of takes the lane or the area of the map that the Lycan's farming. But that blink has to be the next big point of call for EG. Apart from that, though, playing around Exorcism is the other big one here for them. Interesting to see when Ryoya puts a point in silence as well, whether he gets it at level 9 or level 10. I think he'd probably take it over the talent this game, especially when you're up against the Weaver, right? Even the Shadow Demon, it can be really good against as well.
Yeah, Death Prophet talents are pretty decent level 10.
Yeah, they're okay. I think even the magic resistance is pretty good this game as well, depending on which way he wants to go. It used to be 50 damage on the DP, which is more
Whisper,
ridiculous.
he wants to go on this.
Oh, they have
Schofield
hook
does
shot.
have hook shot. So they'll get the Sprout. That'll line up the hook shot right onto Ryoya. He's got the Spirit Siphon off, but here comes Tomato. Throws the Swarm right onto the Death Prophet.
so
Death Prophet's still
crazy.
surviving and will run away, however, still dead. Just on that last shot, all the while Chris Luck living the same life, and he's going through Groundhog's Day, as every time he spawns,
wants
he's
a
just
Chen
killed by
there.
Arteezy.
This is what I mean, though, right? Like when Lycan pop shapeshift, what do they do? What's the counterplay? There isn't really one, right? And so Artur just kind of free to do whatever he wants on this map at the moment because nobody can touch him. And Bulber, in the meanwhile, as well, has been freely farming away on this top half of the map, almost at that Greaves now. Unfortunately, it's kind of up to Schofield to be the one that runs around trying to initiate these fights because this Shadow Demon's really struggling at the moment, and he's this kind of hero in the mid game, which they would have liked him to have been the one forcing these engagements, but without the +1s, it's very difficult for him.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Groundhog Day. Or Groundhog's Day.
I unfortunately have not.
Basically,
I'll be honest,
a movie where he relives the same day of his life over and over and over again.
Oh, I
that is
might have seen that actually.
what Chris Luck is basically doing right now at 1-5-1. He gets to survive. He goes, disruption, and I'm dead. Because Arteezy is running at me with Shapeshift. Every time it's off cooldown.
Top lane. He's going to have to TP out here. Yeah, and they're looking bot for flight.
Yeah, Winter's Curse comes in and that'll lock up Schofield to Whisper. That'll allow Fly to get out of this one. You know, defensive Winter's Curse, it's not exactly like they've been needing it in the team fight overall. And the Exorcism not going for towers, but going for the first Rosh of the game. And this will give Aegis into the hands of Arteezy.
Yeah, and crit is 500 gold off his blinker. He is going to take the mid farm. That's what I was looking for. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You get Fly to play the dead lane down, but he just constantly pushes it out without ever really contesting it too far, while the whole of the rest of EG just plays the top half of the map, right? And he goes completely untested here for the first Rosh. And I love that they give it to Bulber. Like Lycan and DP aren't really great Aegis taking heroes. There's not much point, to be honest. So give it to the hero now on Bulber that can kind of just run in and be an absolute menace in these fights by kind of forcing Beast Coast to go on him rather than the rest of the team.
Hook shot on the back lines, looking over at Ryoya. Meanwhile, in the front, disruption out onto the Lycan. He has used that shapeshift, and he's going to try and go after Chris Luck. Like I said, Groundhog's Day every single time. But they do force Ortiz away for a second. This creep army of his, though, will be mitigated by the Chen. So they don't get the kill on Chris Luck. And maybe I spoke a little bit too soon. As shapeshift now on cooldown. Exorcism, of course, they use that.
As well, Orchid.
And just gets out.
And he did just buy his blink this. Even if he had died there on crit, it's not the end of the world, right? But yeah, I love that Whisper, as soon as he gets this Orchid, tries to get the Shaker, because he's the most important kill on the map before they know that the Shaker has blink. Because if you can slow down that timing, it's going to help your team fights massively. Unfortunately, now the Shaker does have it, though. It's going to be a difficult one, the next fight, I think.
I imagine he keeps himself pretty far off the eyes on the map. And,
Artur top, by the way.
Yeah, Arteezy now looking over at Tomato as well as the Nature's Prophet. But I believe that they're probably going to keep the Earthshaker out of sight, or at least want to, until they are ready to make a move with this Echo Slam, and they're going to just go bottom. So it's not going to be a wait. It's not going to be going for a smoke. He's going to try and keep himself back out of vision.
If they click on him, though, they did see him under a ward there, so they should know he has blink if they clicked him.
Yeah,
good D-ward, though, by Chen.
Right there. You're watching just Crit's positioning, waiting to go in with the Echo Slam. But behind them is Whisper. Whisper gets the silence onto the Death Prophet. Is it going to be enough? Blink. That gets committed from Crit. They look over at Whisper. Swarm is out. Reaper Scythe onto the Nature's Prophet. 70 seconds. Jeez. 70 seconds.
That feels pretty bad. I don't think Beast Coast can defend this tower anymore. I think they just have to open up the map and try and farm a little bit more here. It feels pretty rough. And Arteezy is just going to try and force the fight here, though. He sees this Weaver in the jungle.
Crit has Echo Slam. Blink up in 10. They're going to try and stay with Tomato. They've got the vision on him with the Necro Creeps. They throw the army over there, and I believe Crit, he's ready to drop down the hammer. And there's the time lapse right into the Echo Slam. Perfectly done by Crit to sit back and wait for that time lapse.
That's why they started running back off before, by the way, because he thought he was going to time lapse before. So they just split up.
Which is just perfect communication. You gotta have that chemistry, have that ability to know, like, hey, like, listen, he's gonna time lapse. I want you to be in the position to get that Echo Slam. And Chris Luck, as well as Schofield, now they're split up from each other. He does have hook shot to try and leave, but well, now there's a body in front of him. He could go to his right, or well, technically our right on the screen as it's stationary, but with heroes around him, the hook shot's not going to be so easy. Chris Luck comes in, they use the Exorcism, they'll get the kill here onto this Shadow Demon, and now they look over at Schofield, who will probably be forced to hook shot away from this. But Bulba and Ryoya moving in, Weaver's here, and now the hook shot's out onto this Winter Wyvern. Chris Luck does eventually get the kill on a Crit. They'll get the double kill here as a lot of heroes are sitting low. Bulba as well as Fly. Fly ends up hitting the deck. Bulba's still surviving. Silence on a two.
Nice.
Hand of God comes through. Exorcism doing a lot of damage. Ryoya with the triple kill. This is all without Arteezy. And Arteezy will finally join the fight. Bulba staying on the front line as he'll eventually fall, but he's got the Aegis. He has that second life. Ultra kill for Ryoya. And Shadow Demon's here. Can Ryoya get the Rampage? No. He's going to back off. He's not close enough to the fight. Maybe he comes back in and kills off Chris Luck, but he is not re-engaging.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, for Beast Coast, though, it's kind of this, like, there's this timing now, right, in the game where EG are just so far ahead. They don't really have any dead net worth on their team soon. Like, Lycan's going to have this full AC finished. Like, DP's going to have BKB finished. What does Necro have? He's almost got the Lotus Orb as well. So there's going to be a moment here within the next 2 minutes where all three of VG's cores are basically like maxed out in terms of their net worth usage. And I think it's really difficult for Beast Coast to try and fight into that when they kind of like all reach their second item at the same time. Bulba though in the mid lane does not care. He's a tanky boy.
Stinger. Look at Arteezy. 1, 2, and a third shot from Crit. 3 strikes, you're out. He's just running down these heroes. He hasn't died. He's 6-0-5.
Look at the stolen Lycan Wolves. I assume they're Chens.
Radiant's top tower
They're getting them.
Crit Blink on cooldown for a couple of seconds. Might be looking to throw down an Echo Slam. Fissure comes through. Boba taking a lot of damage. Tomato comes in, as well as the hookshot hitting onto the Necrophos. Cogs around Ryoya. Echo Slam committed onto the Nature's Prophet. They've got a lot of damage done on the Fly. Fly ends up dead. Doesn't get a Winter's Curse off, and now Totem comes through. A shot in from Arteezy to kill off Whisper. Double kill now, as they also killed off Chryslok to look over at Stinger. They've got the chase. Should they get the kill? Yes, they will. Triple kill for Arteezy, and might even think about going in on a Schofield if they were able to land a Fissure and have Arteezy chase easily.
And this is without the shapeshift, right? Like, you're still able to just run people down here.
This could get dangerous. It's at least an Ultra kill. Can Arteezy... Well, he's blocked out via the Fissure. So no Rampage. Another Ultra kill.
It happens. Don't worry. It happens. And they can look to like take the bot tier 2 now if they want as well. Possibly push out the top half of the map. You see Fly's pinging. He's like, yeah, I'll push out the lane, guys. You just go and try and force the other towers down and just keep controlling the map.
I think Fly's a little upset he doesn't have the amount of farm that he did in the last game.
He's like, guys, give me a lane. Guys, I don't have any farm. I need some help, please.
Okay, Chryslok again, just getting chased by Arteezy. And yet another kill.
Here comes the shapeshift.
And Stinger's going to try and TP out. Is the damage there? Hookshot in! Allows him to leave. Schofield have the Cogs, so he can escape easily. Or I say that, the shapeshift's still going. Cogs are there. He's slowed up. Maybe I spoke too soon with the Fissure hitting. Hand of God is used, and he gave his life for the life of another.
Oh, Whisper comes in with the
Whisper
Orchid.
looking to get the kill on the crit.
He might be in trouble though.
Yeah, Arteezy's still here. He's got the Necro Creep still with him. Triple kill again for Arteezy. Fissure now hits on a Stinger.
That's blinking wall.
Oh my god, Totem, Stinger. Is it another Ultra kill for Arteezy? It is. Somebody give someone a Rampage. Come on.
How have we had 3 Ultra kills and no Rampages, actually? That's pretty sad. 2 I could handle. But 3? Unacceptable.
Somebody somewhere. Give this man a kill.
And now they can just push in the bot tier 2 as well. Interesting item choice from Ryoya, by the way. Pyre and Sanj on the DP. Loving that.
See you later, nerds.
Loving it because it's different, not because I mean, he can't really build yours right this game because he's playing against Shadow Demon. I thought he might just build armor instead, but he does have the Shiva's queued up next. I think it's still really important you build raw HP though, which is this kind of sounds just still okay, right? Not what I would have assumed he would have gone for. Feels good.
There's the shapeshift. Cogs though pushing him back twice. Reaper Scythe through on a Schofield to get at least one. Now the disruption. Chryslok again. It's time and time again. Let me use the disruption. Save myself from an earlier death, but it's still just as painful to watch as he finds himself now 2-9 and 3 on this Shadow Demon. They'll go for the bottom set of racks as they've taken the tier 3 very quickly with Exorcism used by Ryoya, as well as the damage coming in from the rest of the team, and they are moving these creeps in through mid. Stinger will try to mitigate this and maybe get the back door to proc, but it's not going to come through. The courier ends up going down. The Exorcism working. They have the heal on Ryoya, and this game looking like it's in the books for EG. But I don't want to speak too soon. There's always a chance that the perfect fight comes from Beast Coast.
Sick TP from the Chen. This is where you call GG on Beast Coast because he just managed to escape the clutches of the Lycan. And then there's no wave anymore because the Weaver and the Nature's Prophet did a really good job of just going and cutting them because they realised they couldn't defend. And look what Tomato's got queued up on the Weaver. Ooh. This is where we've come to.
Divine Rapier. Big fan.
I don't mind this too much.
Divine Rapier fan.
Gets the Imp Claw as well. You gotta keep that, dude. If you're gonna get the Rapier. Mid lane, they want to try and find this Necro though. There's not really anybody nearby.
Lotus Orb, he's got Guardian Greaves. He also has himself the Wand, so he'll heal up. But can he survive? Silence comes in. They're committing heavily for this, and they will get the kill. Or will they? Echo Slime comes in from Crit. And now there's the Winter's Curse. Beautiful from Fly. Beautiful from Crit. Schofield, Stinger, both gone. Chryslok dead again. Arteezy comes in to grab a double kill. Now Whisper will fall. Double kill for Fly. And yes, you do get the kill on the Bulba, but you lose 4 for it.
I think Now, I might be calling this slightly too early, but I think they might take another set of racks here, B-Top. And I think, yeah, that might be the... Oh, Crit accidentally just calls GG. Good stuff. So that's game 3 for us.
Yeah,
Nice.
on Beast Coast, they take the game, obviously, in the rules. If you call GG, goes to game 3. Trying to make that money, guys.
I love that as soon as Crit did it, he says sorry, and then just says see you later nerds afterwards. Like, no regrets. He's like, oh, yeah, accidentally called GG, guys. Sorry.
So Divine Rapier. Maelstrom, Divine Rapier for Weaver, and he's still 10,000 net worth behind Arteezy.
I hope he dies straight away, by the way. I want another comedic moment to end this series.
Sis.
I want another comedic
Mo,
moment.
you need to stop casting North American Dota. It is flowing through your veins, dude. Oh my god, I've never seen you like this.
Look at him bringing this career with him, by the way.
Schofield in trouble. Hook shot won't land onto anybody. Schofield begging for help, screaming for help, but EG won't let him out.
Arteezy has 5,000 gold, by the way. I really wanted to buy an Axe and then use it on fly. I want to see the Wyvern Wolf.
Is he going to sneak this Roche?
With the, Oh, please do.
Tell me he sneaks this Roche. This is the Beast Coast
Here we go.
necessity here. Tomato. With the
He's
help now of
finding a
Whisper.
way.
Gets an Aegis. Finding a... Yeah, that's a
Unfortunately
big
for
get.
him, the last set of racks are currently getting sieged, or at least the tower.
And he does not have a
Stinger.
TP. Disruption, Arteezy diving in deep. Disruption not enough to save Stinger, but here from the back is Tomato. Can he do the damage? They've got the silence as well as the Fissure coming through onto the Weaver. Weaver now losing that Aegis that he's tried so desperately to get. He's on the low ground by himself. Schofield whiffs the hook shot as Whisper goes in deep, but he's going to die to Arteezy. So Arteezy gets the kill into Whisper. They lock down this Weaver. Tomato saved from the disruption, but is it going to be enough? He's got himself the time lapse, which he won't use, but there's the Echo Slam as well as the Reaper Scythe. Insult to injury here on to Tomato. He'll drop the Divine Rapier. That goes into the hands of Arteezy, and it'll be GG call by Beast Coast as EG take the series 2-0.